Wake up with a bang.
Hey, wake up!
Anele and The Club.
On 947.
Tom, we still waiting for your follow-up voice note, my baby.
Yeah, we sent it earlier this morning. You sent it before 6 o'clock. And we said, we love the story. We want to participate in what you're asking us, but we need more details. So we're still waiting for that.
Let's give you Tom's one really quickly.
Hi, Anele. I prefer not to share my name, so please keep me anonymous.
Fine.
But I'm planning on proposing to my girlfriend of a few years now. I've already booked the weekend getaway. I bought the engagement ring and everything. And last night I met her father, obviously, to get his blessing. And he said I can have it, but there's a condition. So now I'm just stuck. Like, I don't know. Do I go ahead with it against his wishes, or like what? What do I do?
We're not going to allow anyone to call in or give WhatsApps or weigh in on this until we know what the conditions are.
Yeah.
We don't want to have big story here.
No, Tom, we need to know because it'll inform what we say, right?
Mm-hmm. A fully baked one.
Okay.
We've got a fully baked story that we can all gather around to discuss is Lerato's voice note.
Hi, Anele. It's Lerato here. So I ordered a cake for Kumo's birthday at some bakery, but I ordered it over the phone. And I went to go collect this cake, and they spelled his name wrong. They refused to fix that cake. Surely I would not spell my child's name wrong over the phone or anywhere else. They are so slack. I'll never use this bakery. They are, yeah.
I'd be upset if I was the mom, though.
Justified, but you can't be upset for too long. It's a mistake. It's fine. The cake is still delicious. Let your child take the cake to school. Everyone around your child knows that that's not his name. Let's funny ha-ha it and let's move on. Honestly, guys, the world is not going to end because our children's lives are not perfect. Stop this thing.
Yeah, I suppose you can take on the bakery because that's what you're saying. Just message them and say, hey, guys, this is a mess. But you can't change it. Right?
You know what I'm
late.
saying?
My thing is, it can't be such a big thing that it ruins your child's experience of their birthday.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah, so there's a mistake. But is that now going to be what we talk about on the day?
It wouldn't be the first time anyone had a mistake done on their order.
Yeah, exactly.
Do you know what I'm saying? And your child will have a story. I mean, I remember a few years ago, my child wanted Manchester City cupcakes. And the bakery, not me, the bakery did Manchester United cupcakes.
This was like 2 years ago. I think I remember this.
And it's a plausible mistake. It can happen because the bakery heard Manchester.
Same city.
Yeah, do you see what I'm saying?
Same city.
Do you know who's still fine today? Breathing, walking around, thriving, having himself a good old time.
Yep.
My son. Nothing was broken.
Yeah. And I mean, he pointed it out immediately.
Yes.
But I'm sure he went to school with those and he was like, hey,
and
guys.
Even at school, it was the thing. It was a conversation. It was funny. And he kept on telling, you can have the cupcake, but remember, I don't support United. I support Man City. I just, and I don't know if some parents will agree with me or this or disagree. And this is, I suppose that's the conversation at hand here, is we need to raise our kids to be okay with flaws and okay with mistakes. And you just brush it off your shoulder and you move on. You know, when we talk about resilience, we're not just talking about, you didn't make the cricket team. Even things like this that are supposed to be perfect. It's okay, guys. Do you know what's nice? The cake. That's still nice. Slap some candles on there and let's sing for you.
Because also, I mean, how our parents react or respond to situations also influences how we do the same later. So is everything a crisis?
Yes.
For example, I can't function around people where everything is a crisis.
Yeah, and you're having constant meltdowns about everything. I think maybe this is part of the conversation, right? So this mom is obviously very upset about the cake.
Yeah, she's upset. She's seething.
Yeah, right. But is it that, I think maybe as parents, have you caught yourself in a moment where you go, this is actually a teaching moment for my child? Because the way I handle the situation is going to inform what they see. Kids mimic what you do, right? So if you're anxious all the time, most kids are going to be anxious all the time. Isn't that that's how it works, right?
Or if you want everything to be perfect all the time, do you know who your kids are not going to go to when they've made a mistake? You.
Right.
Because
they're scared.
Because you had a meltdown about the wrong spelling of a name. I know your name. You know your name. Your friends know your name. Yes, the bakery is wrong. And I think maybe the bakery should have, kind of thrown in muffins or cupcakes or scones to be like, oh, we're so sorry, our mistake, type of thing. But to have a complete meltdown and now you want to cancel and throw away the entire cake and wrap the party and your child is watching this.
I mean, we're still throwing tomatoes at the bakery owner, just not in front of the kids.
Exactly. 011-8838-947. As a parent, what would you do if the bakery messed your child's cake up like this, right? And also, you don't have the luxury of time. You don't have the luxury to go to another bakery, Yeah,
well, that's the conundrum here.
Yes. It's like, what moment, what are you using this moment to do in your household?
Exactly.
And I mean, you may think that we are all up against anyone who wants to complain, but I want to hear you out.
I'm just relieved I grew up in the era in Bloemfontein where your cake had a generic happy birthday and came in a castle lager box. And that's what you took to school.
Oh, those flat boxes.
No one was ever offended.
Dude, because you know what? A cake's a cake's a cake's a cake. Those kids won't care. No one is looking to be like, hey, it's Jerry with a J, not with a G. Do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I just really think we making mountains out of molehills. Is that the saying?
Yeah, that's it.
And this is why we're raising people who like strive for this perfection. And you can strive for perfection, but I think this is one of those things that do not matter. And I suppose that's the question I'm asking you. This is my opinion.
Yeah. Is this worth a meltdown on the cake side?
Does it matter?
Does it matter?
011-8838-947. Lerato's got us talking here on a Thursday morning. Send us a voice note 084-0000-947. Does it matter?
Hi, Anele. It's Lerato here. So I ordered a cake for Kumo's birthday at some bakery, but I ordered it over the phone. And I went to go collect this cake, and they spelled his name wrong. They refused to fix that cake. Surely I would not spell my child's name wrong over the phone or anywhere else. They are so slack. I'll never use this bakery. They are, Hi, Anele. It's Lerato here. So I ordered a cake for Kumo's birthday at some bakery, but I ordered it over the phone. And I went to go collect this cake, and they spelled his name wrong. They refused to fix that cake. Surely I would not spell my child's name wrong over the phone or anywhere else. They are so slack. I'll never use this bakery. They are,
This thing where customers will call or send a voice note instead of writing what they want for their birthday cakes. Such mistakes can happen. Because, we don't know how to spell your child's name.
Nah, guys. Then what is going to become of the world if we keep saying it's not the first time I mistake it? No, people must do their job right, and that's just what it is.
Well, if it's just the name, but the cake is not a disaster, then I don't think I would be upset.
My friend has a daughter named Peyton. For her birthday, she ordered a cake and she instructed them to please write Peyton in the middle. They wrote out the words Peyton in the middle on the cake. She's the new Malcolm in the middle. We still call her Peyton in the middle.
And now we have a story for the rest of our lives, Peyton in the middle.
The lady who said if we write everything off because, everyone makes a mistake, what's going to become of the world? I hear you, sis.
Where are the standards gonna go? Good morning, Kagiso Yin Centurion. Welcome to Anele and The Club.
Good morning, Anele and The Club.
How are you, KG?
I'm well, thanks. How are you?
Talk to us. What do you think about this mistake that the bakery made?
Yeah, look, for me, a name is something that is of paramount importance because it's your identity and how easily, especially when you're talking about kids and stuff, can that turn into a bullying? Somebody might come and say that maybe you stole somebody's cake because it's not spelled the right way. But then the crux of the matter for me is the identity because that is something that you carry and it should be valued. I think the cake shop should have tried to make an amends. If we say like it's a mistake, for instance, and we're just going to move on about it. Let's say you use a travel agency, for instance, to book a flight somewhere and then they get your ID number, just that one number wrong. You think at the flight they're going to say, it's just a mistake, get on the flight. No. You're going to have to suffer, and what if you're missing a meeting? So a name for me is something of high value that you've got a right to be upset about, but not for the rest of your life, of course. But it's something that can be fixed. Let it be fixed instead of saying, it's just a small mistake. And then it's not a small mistake because it's my identity. It's me. That's me. It's attached to me, and it should be right.
Oh, you must hate working in corporate where you'll type your name out in full and someone will still call you the wrong thing when they reply.
Excuse me, you typed it in full and you sent it from the email address that says Tembekile at 7:02.
Hi, Tembelihle.
And then they'll still come back. But now, Kagiso, I absolutely agree with you, right? And I also believe that, two things can be right at the same time. Because a child's identity is their name, absolutely correct. But if a cake is going to crumble your child's identity, you as a parent haven't done enough to solidify your child within their identity, right?
But I hear that, but how old are they, and are they emotionally strong yet? Because it's a child at the end of the day. It's not an adult that can just say, no, it's fine, get over it. It's a child, and you can easily break that child by that, what you perceive to be small. And children are not the same. I mean, I grew up playing in sports, and they spelled my surname Masube Dele, and they spelled it in all different ways. They call me Kagisu, Kagisu, and all of that. But there's other people that, they actually take it to heart because we're not built the same. So we mustn't take it for granted that as a child, you must just, they'll get over it and all of that. It doesn't happen. It might be a scar for the future. And like I say, if it turns into bullying, it could just be
but the bullying thing is weird for me because now why must we do things so that our children don't get bullied as opposed to us addressing that they are bullies? Do you know what I'm saying?
You need to control the controllables. So
and there we go.
Yeah.
As much as, and this is as a parent, you say, hey, bruh, I tried everything I could. Hey, I told those people this is your name and this is what they spelled. Next time, we'll definitely make sure that we write it out. We send it in an email or a text or whatever. But at this point in time, I gave your name over the phone. So one of us made a mistake. They say it's me, I say it's them. You explain that to your child and you're like, but at the end of the day, do you know what we have here? A cake. Let's eat the cake.
I think we're expecting too much of a child to just think that they can understand.
Yes, but that's why you're a parent. That's why you're there. That's why you're there.
I'm a parent, but I'm not them. So I've gone through lives and I've seen things and I understand there's some things that I can handle in a certain way. I'm a parent, yes.
But your children will be alarmed if you are alarmed. If you, the way you must see, monkey see, monkey do. If you have a meltdown over something, your child is going to learn to have a meltdown over those things.
Yeah.
If you show them that, there are mistakes in the world, we're going to take this within our stride. Are they wrong? Absolutely. Do you have a right to take this up with them? Absolutely. But even your behavior in how you take it up and how you react to adversity is what your kids are going to grow up to do. You can't be militant about everything that goes wrong in your child's life because you're going to raise children who are militant about everything.
So it's not everything. It is this particular things that like identity. Like you spoke about Manchester City and Manchester United. It's fine. It's not my name, Manchester United or Manchester City. It's not my name. It's not my identity. It's not something that is engraved in me type of a thing. But my name is. So in terms of when you're talking about, obviously not about everything. Yes, I'm not going to go in front of my child and the people don't go, you got the name wrong or whatever the case is. It is something that we always need to protect our children where we can. So I will not address it and be aggro and everything in front of the child because that will cause more damage than what the initial name is. But with them to understand, and it's a matter of, and sometimes such things can be fixed. And I'm saying that if they can say like, sorry, we made a mistake, and we might not have time to fix it, then it's an understandable because now we're having an amicable type of a conversation instead of now we're just not going to fix it type of a. So the reaction from them also is important because I need them to understand that it's not right. If somebody just says, it's whatever, then the next person's going to suffer the same thing because they think it's right.
Yeah. See, Kagiso, this is the thing. And look, I get what you're saying about the name and the identity, right? In this situation, I think there wasn't time to change the cake. They picked it up on the way to school or whatever the case is. But I think all of us must be careful, and I've experienced this in my own life. It happened to you, right? So, yes, name and identity is important. But to be careful to because it happened to you, it's going to happen to your child, right? And I've seen a lot of parents who sort of their fears.
You're parenting backwards.
Their fears inform how they look forward. If it was me, I would have said, look, they spelled your name wrong. Let's take a knife. Name off the cake. Take the cake to school.
I just feel like it's not the end of the world.
Yeah.
And your points about identity are valid.
Very valid.
But identity is formed at home, and the foundation is unshakable from home. So by the time you're having these identity things, your child should be unshakable in knowing that, but my name is Anele. That was a mistake. And your child should be able to see that people are making mistakes. When people go out of their way
to embarrass you,
to belittle your identity, that's when
different.
That's a different case. But in mistakes, we have to raise our kids to understand that other people make mistakes, and other people's mistakes are not more heinous than the ones that we are going to make ourselves. Because let me tell you something about your child. They themselves, one day in their lives, is going to spell somebody's name wrong. And then must they crucify themselves until they go to bed that night, because that's how they were taught. That's how they were raised, that when you get someone's name wrong, you're punishable by death.
Yeah, but I think they're expecting too much of children to just be okay with it. Like I said, when it happened to me, it was a whatever type of a thing. But
okay,
I'm not
but
sure
so how
about
long is your child allowed to be angry about their name being spelled wrong? But when you say you're expecting too much for your child to say, it's just a thing, how long are they allowed to sit and be upset that their name was done wrong? 10 minutes?
So that's why
10 hours? 10 days?
The first thing is I protect them in terms of doing that. When I go speak to, so the issue here, it's not really between me and my child and giving her the cake and she sees it and whatever the case is. When I get that, the different is going to be very, very different and whatever. So my thing is allowing the people to make a mistake to think that it's right. When we get home,
so you've come back now. You're saying lots of things now.
No. But remember, the story of her is that she was upset with the people. Isn't that what she said?
I'm so glad I'm a January baby. All I took to school were crayons
and a new ruler.
Now we're going in circles. Every time we say something, Kakiso moves the goalposts.
Viva Kakiso, I stand with you.
Hi, Kakiso, we must debate the same thing. Even me, I don't even know what I'm saying anymore now. Kakiso? We're gangbanging on a cake now, guys. Do you realize?
Well.
Hi, Anele. It's Lerato here. So I ordered a cake for Kumo's birthday at some bakery, but I ordered it over the phone. And I went to go collect this cake, and they spelled his name wrong. They refused to fix that cake. Surely I would not spell my child's name wrong over the phone or anywhere else. They are so slack. I'll never use this bakery. They are,
Lerato, it's okay to throw your toys around, but to leave the whole cake, it's very wrong.
I get what you mean with teaching the child not to be mad or throw tantrums over everything, but with my money, that's where I draw the line.
I wouldn't care if they spelled my child's name wrong, but what would make a difference for me is how they respond when I let them know that the name is spelled wrong.
Guys, there's no issue if the spelling is wrong. As long as I'm getting a discount, it's okay. 50% will do it.
The person who made that cake actually needs to have the wax removed out of the ears, because they seem to have made the mistake.
Easier thing for you guys to say, no, just get over it, until you order a 947 cake and then it comes out saying 974.
My friend, I don't think you know how unserious we are. We would change the jingles on this station for a week, bruh. And be like, 974. Hey, what's up? You're 974 right here on the Friday morning. 974 what? For fun. No, guys. You know what it is? I'm not saying that a mistake hasn't been made here, né? But it's like I was saying now to my friend Roz, because she was talking about like her cricket team, and they continuously spell one of the kids' names on the team wrong. The coaches, everyone, district, everyone. A mistake is a mistake only once. After that, you're just being flippant type of thing.
Yeah.
So I'm just, always look at the situation. Is this a recurring thing? Is this person choosing, to belittle you by messing up your name and spelling it wrong all the time? Then put them gloves on and let's go. But you allow everybody to make one mistake, and then after that, it's done. For instance, if Kumo's mom is going to use that bakery again, they know her now. Do you know what I'm saying? In fact, even themselves, that bakery should start towards changing their systems where, hey guys, we've made this mistake once before. It wasn't grand.
Yeah.
From now on, please, yes, we can take your order over the phone, but the messaging or whatever's going on the cake, send it with a WhatsApp or write it down or things like that.
Yeah, look, and I think we've got to separate a few issues here. The bakery messed up the name, correct, right? I agree. You can hold the bakery accountable and say, this is not right. But we are talking about what happens with that cake and with your child. So what's the step after that? And to your point about our friend Roz, when the child's name is written wrong all the time.
Continuously, right? Week in, week out.
You're obviously going to take it up with that person.
Yeah.
But what are we teaching our child, right? So stand up, say your name's wrong. If they continue, what are you going to do? It's outside your control, right?
No, if they
are you going to lose your mind every single time? Or are you going to go, this auntie can't? People are going to get things wrong in your life.
No,
right?
but
So how do you handle it?
There is no ways your cricket coach is getting your name wrong every week.
No, that's wrong.
Guys, no, we're fighting. Go do something else. You're the one who chose to work with people.
Yeah, well, I agree. If you're writing it down every week, it's written wrong. Fix it.
Week.
No,
every
fix
week.
it.
Tsecho, you in West Rand. Good morning.
Good morning, guys. How are you guys doing?
We're good, Tsecho. What do you think about this?
First time on radio.
Welcome.
Welcome to 974.
So, guys, I'm saying, listen, let's take the cake. The child will get over it. Those are the children we are supposed to actually raise. Kids that don't get affected by little things, right? Because there are so many problems, so much can go wrong. In corporate, I get an email, hi, Tepo. You saw my previous email said Teho with a G. Okay, let's keep it moving. And who cares? Kids don't care.
Because Teho
generally don't care.
Here's the thing, right? Now you say you in corporate. Now we're going to forget what the body of the email was saying, and we must all stop and correct. Yes, be like, hi, Tepo. It's actually Tejo. Listen, about what you were saying, no. Then you carry it on. If that person insists then on calling you Tepo, now there's a transgression there, and somebody's trying to bait you. But somebody made a mistake once with your name. I'm going to check you on it. Like, actually, that's not my name. This is my name. But now we're getting distracted. Now we're forgetting that Coca-Cola wants 10,000 bottles by the end of today. Is Coca-Cola going to get 10,000 bottles by the end of the day if we're all stopping to be upset that you spelled my name wrong once for the first time in your life?
Yeah.
Do you know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. So they have to move. And kids in school don't care. A new nickname might come from it. A cooler nickname even.
And guys, let's eat cake and don't take photos. I think that's my other solution. Just take the photo strategically where we don't really see really don't see your name. Itumeleng in Alberton.
Morning, guys. First time on radio.
Morning. Welcome. Hit us with your wisdom, Itumeleng.
Okay, listen, I don't think the issue is the cake here. I think we are making this small, but it's not as small as it seems. That bakery needs to take accountability. People make mistakes and they think they can get away with it. She told them that they spelled the name wrong. They must do something about it. At least be nice or something. Because I had my baby's name spelled wrong on a cake. I was fine. My husband was like, you know what, let's just let her know that this name is it was actually missing. The lady came in the morning to fix it before the party started.
Oh, that's nice.
That's nice. It was. And I didn't even think, but he was like, we are paying for a service. We need to get the service that we paid for. Simple.
Yeah, no, they're a shoddy bakery. Do you know how I knew they were shoddy, Dumiling? The fact that they take names over the phone. To me, already, they must be very good at making cakes, but when it comes to the admin, they're not great at it. Because even a florist will insist, okay, I get it.
WhatsApp
but
me the
please,
message.
can you WhatsApp me the message? Because imagine a florist gets a message wrong.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So that's when I already knew there was shoddy one. But I think to our discussion here, and I think you'll agree, here we're discussing, showing our kids that mistakes are going to happen. You're going to make mistakes. Other people are going to make mistakes. How are we raising our kids to deal with, speed bumps along the way? Where now the entire party has to have a wobble purely because the cake was wrong. So now you're throwing out everything because the cake is wrong. And then that's the memory your child has of this birthday. Yeah, no, my 10th birthday, all I remember is the cake had the wrong name. You know, you just want to equip your kids with, you know, rewiring. You know,
what is the reason for what are we doing here? We're celebrating you.
We're celebrating you.
And the name on if someone's got your name on the cake wrong, that doesn't influence how we celebrate you. We're just having fun.
Yeah.
No, it doesn't.
How old was your baby when they got the name wrong?
She was 1. She didn't even care for the world.
Exactly. I think your husband was the one who was most upset because it's the first birthday, it's a memory, and they get the name wrong.
Yeah. My husband is the guy that calls the manager. If we go to a restaurant 5 minutes later, they haven't attended to us, he wants to talk to the manager.
Okay.
See, I'm with your husband because service is free. That's how I always look at it. Good service is free. Bad service is also free.
Yeah.
So that's the option of the place. But I love that you guys are like, we're going to hold them accountable. Then they can fix that.
But it's not going to change how
we're going to celebrate whether
how
the cake's right
we
or wrong.
Are about our child's first birthday. And the first birthday is a big thing. So this is not a mistake that you wanted. But okay, fine. Okay, it's here now. But okay, dig back for exactly 5 minutes and then we move.
Say goodbye now. Back to making your morning.
Anele and The Club.
I love this show. On 947.